Hello crafty friends, welcome to my channel and to another die cut December video. Let's see what the generator of numbers is going to choose today. 16 cakes, right. So here are my cake dies. I've got this stackable set that's got frilly bits and a candle and a cake stand. And I've got this singular cupcake die. Now I have done a video using this, so I'll link to that down below. And today I'm just going to use this one. So this is the die cut you get. You get these little holes and this to convey a sense of icing piled on top of itself. You can kind of separate them. I've just cut along the bottom where I imagine the bottom of the icing to be. I actually quite like them separated like that. I think having a gap between the icing and the cupcake is quite cool, but I don't like how thin that bit is up there. So you could just take another one and cut a better top, a thicker top. And just bevel that edge so it looks die cut. Same with the icing. I think I might need to do a bit of a nicer job at the corners. You could even overlap the top like that so it sort of sits there. So I quite like it with the gap, but I also like it with the icing sitting on top of the cupcake. So I'm going to try colouring my icing with some spun sugar distress oxide, a very pale pink. I've put this on a piece of low-tack masking tape just to hold it still while I add the ink. And now I've got some saltwater taffy, which is a bit of a darker or more saturated colour, and I'll just sort of swipe that on in a curve to imply some level of swirliness, and a little bit more of the spun sugar to smooth that out a bit. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to colour this part, whoops, in scattered straw. So we're getting a yellow. Now I'm colouring this with dried marigold, and I'm going to cut this using the bottom of the die, the cupcake case. So now I've got some darker bits that I can insert in there when I want to put my cake together. So the dried marigold is kind of darker than the scattered straw, so implies some shadow maybe and gives it a 3D type look. To bring in a bit of sparkle and shine, I'm going to cut the gaps in the icing there from this gold glitter card. So that's going to go in there like that, but I think I want to add some shimmer to this. So this is some DIY white pearl shimmer spray. It might mess with the kind of shading on there, but hey ho. I think that actually worked out quite well. Let's keep this card clean and simple. I'm planning to have the cupcake about there, so I just want a little sentiment underneath it. And I've got a happy birthday sentiment stamp. I can get that lined up there. I think that's in the middle. Pick that up and we'll stamp that in black. Right, to stick this down I'm using high-tack white glue, and I'm applying it with my glue dotter, which applies just tiny little drops of the glue on the die cut. So that can go there like that, and then we can dip the little orange shards into some glue and stick them in. Now I've managed to lose which go in which holes, so I'm going to have to dry them all one at a time. So on this I'll use the glue dotter again and pop that on there so it overlaps. Yeah, it overlaps Well, I don't know, I rather like it with that gap there. Yeah, no, I like that gap. Now, where did I put the gold bits? There they are. Now I can dip the gold little bits in glue and put them in the aperture. I think this icing needs a few extra sprinkles on it. So I've die cut some very small stars and I'm going to add these teeny tiny stars using a little bit of matte gel medium. And there you go, one birthday card featuring a cupcake, nice and clean and simple. I think it's always worth, if you've got a die that cuts something that's not quite what you're after, have a play, chop it up with a pair of scissors, neaten the edges with a beveling tool, and see if you can make it work for you. Right, I hope you've enjoyed the video, hope you liked the card, and I hope to see you back here tomorrow for another video. Thanks for watching, bye for now.